Galnet News Digest, 25th of September 3304. We read the news so you don't have to. In this week's news, Mole declares far gods mostly harmless. Stricken tech giants plea for help. Kincaid plan for alliance domination. Mischief managed. Mole declares far gods mostly harmless. Far god cultists are not betraying humanity to the Thargoids after all, according to undercover reporter Gethin Okonkwo. Okonkwo infiltrated the cult and has secretly lived among its adherents for 3 months to find out what the weirdos get up to in their hive chapels. Reporter Okonkwo says he saw no evidence of contact with Thargoids, other than the ritualistic veneration of recovered Thargoid body parts delivered to the cult during the recent community goal. His assessment is that the Far God cult is fatalist, anticipating the coming apocalypse with equanimity, in the clearly ludicrous belief that they may experience life after death, following the post-apocalyptic advent of the deity they call the Far God. It is a strange and contradictory faith, says Okonkwo, but no weirder than any other religion. He says that he's experienced at first hand the verbal and physical abuse cult members have to endure, including an attack by zealots from Juanita Bishop's guardian-loving Church of Eternal Void. Okonkwo claims to have secretly recorded hundreds of hours of camera footage, supporting his claim that the Fargodians are nothing more than a bunch of harmless cultists. He intends to hand this footage over to the Federal Intelligence Agency, in order, he claims, to demonstrate that the Fargod cult is not dangerous, to help end its persecution. He may, of course, simply be providing the authorities with the identities of more cult members, leading to more arrests and more persecution. Stricken tech giants plea for help. In a surprise turn of events, 2 tech startups have simultaneously appealed for assistance, following self-inflicted setbacks, ahead of the Rackham Ultratech Expo in early October. Supratech, manufacturer of the wearable holographic Torque interface, suffered a major catastrophe on the 7th of September, losing its development and manufacturing facility to fire. A week later, investors abandoned Herculean, the manufacturer of the DuraDrive rubber brick tablet. Despite these events, which have left both companies technically insolvent, they're bizarrely now willing to pay well over the market rate for a range of components for their respective systems. They also seem willing to accept that only the first company to achieve its requirement for manufacturing materials will go into production. It's almost as though events are being stage managed. Kincaid plan for alliance domination. With the presidential race picking up pace, incumbent Gibson Kincaid has announced plans for the alliance to challenge the Federation and Empire for supremacy in the bubble. By awarding himself powers in a major constitutional shake-up, Kincaid believes the alliance will be able to sidestep the bureaucracy that has hamstrung Prime Minister Mahan's attempts to govern. The other candidates seem to favour the existing governmental structure, with Fazia Silva keen to boost the economy in proposals that have been widely welcomed, and Elijah Beck willing to let the alliance bimble along in amiable mediocrity. If Kincaid is the Slytherin candidate, and Silva is the Ravenclaw, Beck is the Hufflepuff. Gryffindor is not fielding a candidate. With the polls still neck and neck, and the citizens undecided, perhaps the best way to decide the election would be to ask independent spacefaring folk what they think. It's time to reach for the pollster's friend, the community goal. Mischief managed. Imperial sources have voiced their concern over Princess Aisling Duval, who's been keeping a low profile since her wedding to Ambassador Jordan Rochester was called off at the last minute. Attending no official engagements and locking herself in her imperial bedroom for long periods, the People's Princess has been out even to the Emperor. Rumours persist that Wiggy Duval is living a second life as Princess Asbo the Pilot, in a manner similar to the now infamous Ran Corson of Metadrive Incorporated, who became a CQC champion as Commander Falchion. Asbo, who put the O in Occasionem and is a trained fuel rat, recently claimed that an incident involving an empty fuel tank, in a ship sporting a fuel rat's logo but no fuel scoop, in uninhabited system LHS 2552, was due to a momentary lapse of attention due to a distracting message on the sub-ether communications channels about elephant footprints in the butter. However, forensic examination of the communication logs revealed that Princess Asbo was in fact distracting herself at the fateful moment, with a tale about hurting her pinky from drinking too many genteel cups of Fujin tea with her little finger extended. The fuel rats, who now have a giant rat logo written across the face of the galaxy thanks to Commander Malibu, provide a free-of-charge service to all commanders. They will rescue anyone, be it a novice, a murderer, or an errant princess. And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News, we read the news so you don't have to.